It's just one disgusting kiss, that's all. I mean, it's not the end of the world. I'm sure it'll never happen again, and, you know, there's nothing else I need to worry about, is there? Dixie?
One other time. There was one other kiss. Cat.
Dixie, hi. I tried calling, but Tad has turned off his cell phone, and we're in the middle of a sensitive contract negotiation.
I'm sorry, Tad isn't here right now, and I have to go out.
Are you all right?
I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm just in a little bit of a hurry, so if you don't
Are
mind.
you going to go out dressed like that? Is this a family emergency?
Yes. I have to stop Tad before he kills David, okay?
David? Why? Did David do something to Tad?
No, he didn't. It's nothing. Would you please get out of my way?
Did David do something to you?
What can I do for you, Tad? Did you hear the good word? I dropped the assault charge, and I apologized for what I did in the fight. I guess I owe you an apology as well.
Yeah? You do something you feel sorry for?
I was way out of line, making light of your brother's medical condition.
So that's how it goes? You terrorize somebody I love, humiliate them, and then say I'm sorry. And everything's supposed to be cool.
Something tells me that this isn't about Jake.
No, it's not. It's about my wife.
Look, I don't have time to discuss this with you. Would you get out of my way?
Dixie?
Nothing. Would you get out of my way? Do you mind?
Did David come on to you?
What's the matter with you? Are you crazy?
Listen, Dixie, married women are David's weakness. Or should I say his passion? I mean, how bad is it? Did he force himself on you?
No, it wasn't like that. No one forced anyone.
Was it consensual? Dixie, please tell me that you're too smart, you're too classy to get involved with a louse like David Hayward.
Okay, he kissed me, all right? Do you mind? He kissed me.
And you kissed him back?
But you said it's fine, okay? You've got your story. Do you mind if I go now? I have to stop Tad from killing David.
No. You're not going anywhere near Tad.
Dixie quit. She no longer works for me, as you well know. So what is there to talk about?
You know, I remember the exact moment she told me about this job. Where we were. We were dancing at a wedding. She told me about your offer. Even then, I was dead set against it, but she'd already accepted, so that was that. It's one thing about my wife. She's committed. When she signs on for something, there's no turning back. Actually, that's one of the things I love most about her.
Yes, Dixie is extremely dedicated. In fact, she was a key factor in Dmitri Merrick's recovery. It was her refusal to let him give up, which really helped him save his life.
Yeah, and it's petty stuff, this life-saving business, isn't it? Fact is, I underestimated my wife's contribution. I thought as your assistant, all she would be doing is answering phones and scheduling appointments. I've listened to you two speak. She was the heartbeat of the operation. I mean, you might even say she kept things up and humming.
You might.
So how are you going to get along without her?
You know, it's going to be very difficult for a few weeks, but I guess we're just going to have to make
No, don't get me wrong. I'm not talking about somebody that's going to decipher your chicken scratch or just, futz around with your appointment book. Now, I'm talking about all the stuff that's not on the job description. Where do you think you're going to find somebody who's patient enough to listen to you whine at the end of a long day over snifters of cognac? Where do you think you're going to find a shoulder that beautiful to cry on? Because we both know you never hired my wife as an assistant. You didn't need her as an assistant. You did it because you wanted her. And you still do.
Is this your imagination talking, Ted? Or do you have something to back it up?
There's nothing wrong with my imagination. But there is something desperately wrong with you. Dixie told me everything.
What the hell made you Tad's bodyguard?
Please. If you go and you get in the middle of Tad and David, what's going to happen? Tad's going to have to show his muscles to prove he's a man, and then what? Is that what you want? Another brawl? I know Tad longer than you do. And you are the only woman that he has ever loved. You are the only woman that he's ever wanted. And he's paid dearly for it. He has crawled and repented and reinvented himself to hang on to you because you are his life. And now you sold him down the river for the price of a kiss with the idiot David Hayward?
Excuse me, I did not sell him down the river. It was a kiss. It was a moment out of time. It didn't mean anything.
It's amazing.
What?
Tad has always had you on a pedestal because he's the screw-up. And you are, well, perfect.
Oh, just shut
You
up.
called me for many years a homewrecker and a whore. And now you're making decisions from the wrong side of the street.
Excuse me, please. I didn't sleep with David. I happen to love my husband.
I know you do. But you wanted David. And I think you still do.
Who are you calling?
I think it's in both of our best interests that I call security. I don't want to re-injure my hand, and it looks like I'm going to have to defend myself.
Don't worry, Doc. Because I'm not going to beat the hell out of you. That wouldn't do any good, would it? And that would only be in your interest. I mean, people feel sorry for you. Your wounds would heal, and then you'd be right back in business again. David Hayward, world-famous cardiologist, yada, 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 right? And then you'd be free to just pick up where you left off, tearing up everybody's lives. Leave them all bloody and scarred. That is until now. You set up the wrong man's way. And when I'm through with you, I'm going to make good and sure that the only person scarred for life is you.
David's got you in his sights.
I think I can handle David.
You know what, to hell with him. Why don't you worry about your husband and this mess that the two of you have to clean up?
I don't need advice from you. I can handle my own marriage. So why don't you just go play house with Adam?
Well, my advice is all you've got right now. And you know what? When Tad isn't home, when he's gone, sometimes he dives into this little lonely place where Ray Gardner lives. And when he does that, he goes hunting for trouble and ways to prove that he's not worthy of being loved. I think you need to show him that you love him, that you haven't abandoned him, and that you will always be here waiting for him.
So you're the big expert on Ted now, huh? Oh, you know how he handles pain, how he handles rejection. Oh, we all know why you're the expert. Because ever since you got back to Pine Valley, you've been just using all your expertise to get my husband back into bed.
You're right. But he never loved me. He loves you. Only you. Always will. And I think when he comes home, you should be the woman that he knows you to be. The woman that he loves. Beyond all reason. Otherwise, you're going to need a lot more than my pitiful advice.
There's a law against threatening people.
Yeah, I know. There's also a law against sexual harassment. Bunch of them. By my reckoning, you've broken every single one of them. And not just with my wife.
I wouldn't pay too much attention to the hospital grapevine if I were you.
No. My sources are excellent, including the pretty young thing you had on this desk just the other night. You remember, don't you, Doctor, the one you threatened with dismissal if she didn't keep her mouth shut? Matter of fact, we might impound the desk for evidence.
There isn't one person in this hospital that wants to stay working in this hospital that would ever testify against me.
Are you kidding? They're practically lining up, waiting to sign sworn statements. That's the thing about you, David. You're a real hit with the ladies, but somehow you always leave them hating your guts.
Well, I guess it's just going to be my word against theirs then, huh?
Yeah, it will be. And who do you think the jury's going to believe? An arrogant surgeon with a God complex, or an entire parade full of women saying exactly the same thing? That you use your position at this hospital to intimidate women into sexually compromising positions.
Nah, no. It'll never hold up in court.
Maybe not.
You gotta know that.
I got an entire office full of lawyers willing to give it their best shot. And here's the best part of it. Even if it doesn't work, okay, even if you manage to squirm your way through some greasy little legal loophole, your golden reputation, the thing you care most about in the entire world, is going to be trashed. And then your contract at this hospital is going to be terminated, and there won't be a reputable hospital anywhere in the country that could afford to take you on as staff. So you see, your career as a selfish, self-serving son of a bitch is about to come to an end.
You go right ahead, Tad. You hire your lawyers, line up your witnesses, because in the end, my lawyer's going to call Dixie to the stand, and she's going to tell the truth. She was no victim. You know, it was clear from our first kiss that she desired me as much as I desired hers.
Good one. That's good. I'll see you in court. Good luck.
Tad, we keep running into each other. Maybe it's fate.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe it's bad timing.
Who's spitting his cornflakes?
Oh, Tad is having marital problems, and he blames me.
Tad and Dixie are splitting up?
Not yet, but trust me, it's just a matter of time. One dose, and Tad the cat will be back with a vengeance. You see, Tad, you're not going to charge me with sexual harassment because you're going to be too busy having sex with my attorney, Leslie Colson.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry about everything.
I can't do this now. I can't make you feel better.
Sweetie, listen, you know what? When you're ready, I'm going to be here. I'm always going to be here because I love you. I love you so much.